one thing leads to another. Maybe. The Frothingham Stakes, the ocean race on Memorial Day. Hamilton Fletcher has the pride of the hill, simply known as Pride, bred for Mr. Fletcher in Kentucky, entered and slated to win the sweepstakes. In the same race, Coco Stefani, with links to Albert Fiore and the Boston Mob, has paid over $60,000 for Vincenzo, the favorite in the race. The other horses in the race are Average with Jingle Bells, an aging nag, having odds 30-1 against winning. Coco soon learns that Webster Howard, who was supposed to groom Vincenzo for the race, has been taken ill with stomach problems. Howard is a handyman about town and performs numerous other chores, including deep sea fishing within his handyman company. Adding to Coco's problems on the morning of the race is college security cop Bucky Driscoll, who has no business being in the racing stalls. Bucky is having a conversation with Coco's horse and then engages Vincenzo in a bizarre argument. After several minutes of bantering and put-downs by Coco, Bucky leaves, only to be replaced by former coach Lark Larsen and his beanpole friend Flo Nightingale. Lark quickly begins annoying Coco, and Coco tells him to put his money on Jingle Bells. Then a beautiful woman, Janet Boudreaux, who rides and competes in horse shows, is seen by Coco in the stalls. Coco does a double take. Jones is stunned by how Coco is uncharacteristically instantly enamored by a woman, Boudreaux, enough to ask her over to Club Max. One thing leads to another. Jingle Bells, to Hamilton Fletcher's consternation, wins the race. Lark Larsen, the cheapskate of southern New Hampshire and beyond, has won an extraordinary amount of money. Coco now must explain to Mr. Fiore why Vincenzo lost the race. In the weeks to come, Flo pressures Lark into purchasing a new boat. Father Jim Gallagher is embroiled in an ongoing conflict with the Reverend Bricker, a passing clergyman, now pastor of First Parish Church in Hamilton. Father Gallagher wants to build a chapel on land not being used by the First Parish Church. Bricker denies the request, and Gallagher is furious. Webster and his wife Mabel have an animated argument before he leaves on his weekly fishing trip in the Atlantic as a pending storm threatens. Several days later, Lark, who doesn't know how to pilot a boat, slams into Webster's boat the maintenance-free as Jones and Tom McGill, owner of the Enterprise newspaper in Hamilton, watch from Hanson's Marina. When Lark climbs aboard the maintenance-free, he discovers Webster dead in the boat, and he believes he has killed Webster. One thing leads to another. Jones finds several clues aboard the ship, and Captain Kendall at the marina spotted a woman watching the crash from the bridge outside the marina. Jones's side road theory leads him to believe Webster was killed somewhere down the coast. Several of Jones's nemesis appear in Hamilton. Pinky Harris threatens to lock Jones up at the Prince William State Police Barracks, while his boss, Trooper Banastre O'Connell, is spending an inordinate amount of time with Mabel Howard, the handyman's wife. Coco disappears with Janet Boudreaux because Webster was also Boudreaux's groom at the stables, and someone, maybe Webster, poisoned Boudreaux's dog. Maybe Boudreaux sought revenge. Jones's investigation is then stymied by a former British intel officer named Clyde Hooper, hired by Lark to prove his own innocence in Webster's death. Hooper later joins forces with wannabe security cop Bucky Driscoll. How many people go through life and to the grave while maintaining a stealthy but pertinent secret? Arne Berling did. Berling unlocked the code on the Geheimfernschreiben, the German's teletypewriter. This teletypewriter, using transposition, created nearly 1 quintillion different variations of the so-called fish cipher. In 1940, Berling in 14 days solved the bloody problem using pencil and paper. Swedish authorities thus were cognizant about Operation Barbarossa, the Hitler-planned attack on Mother Russia, before it was launched. Why am I telling you all this? Because Berling took his secret about unlocking the Geheimfernschreiben to the grave, Webster Howard knew a secret, and it's vital to the murder in The Handyman's Secret. Jones and Burling were both very clever in their own fields, and neither man gave up. Burling faced the Nazis and Jones contended with the multitude of borderline characters in Hamilton, New Hampshire and beyond. One thing leads to another. The Handyman's Secret by Robert P. Fitton is sold at Amazon in paperback and Audible in audiobook form. 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. Benjamin Franklin, Poor Richard's Almanac.